Hello, beautiful people. Today I'm gonna discuss instances when you need to let go on your partner. So basically, having a good partner who behaves in a certain way that you actually like and you think it's a nice way to consider you as a person and treats you right, it doesn't mean that the relationship has to work. What I'm saying is this: they may be good people, but sometimes connection does not exist within their partner. So even if they are good people, just be careful because you can still get hurt, as you would be with this person for a reason, and ultimately it won't be because you really want to be with this person. You would be with this person because you consider them a good person. So please consider this choice. Another thing to consider is this: we would be in a relationship and our partner would be always asking us like to do this and to improve ourselves, which is reasonable. Everyone would point out some faults in their partner and would suggest them to change, to make themselves a little bit better so that they can adapt as a couple. So that makes sense. But the thing that it does not work out is when someone would suggest all the things that they find that you have that are wrong in their eyes or that you can improve, and from their end they don't do anything about what you tell them, your suggestions to change for the better for your own sake. So if someone is staying in his states and not changing whilst you do your best to improve your situation, it isn't fair for the partner that is actually working hard to improve themselves. So then it's another situation when you need to be leaving the partner. When this partner is actually promising you stuff that they actually don't do, or always future hoping that if this happens, then we will reach that goal of doing blah blah, you know? So be careful in that situation. Always listen to your gut, because gut feelings, sometimes we ignore them, but they are actually really a good indicator of how we feel for the person. I think it's something interior that can recognize if the relationship is actually working out. So please don't ignore your gut feeling. Another thing which is a deterrent in a relationship is social media. Social media, we can see a lot of things like happy couples, and we tend to compare ourselves with these couples. So this is not a good thing to do, to compare yourself with other couples. Why? Because as you all know, in social media everyone would portray their perfect relationship, but in reality no one would show all the fights which are being held in private. So don't be comparing yourself to other couples, as sometimes that is illusion of what the relationship is. Another thing is, if you see that the relationship is not pacing at a normal speed, not that is going very fast, but is going to a normal speed, which means that approximately after 3 to 6 months you would have met his friends and his family, and you are actually known as the girlfriend of this person. And if this is not happening, it means that this guy or the partner doesn't see any future with you, or it has something to hide basically, so be careful about this. Another relationship to consider is this. If you have an agreement with someone as sex with friends with benefits, right? And you are deciding that you are not committing to your partner and you're only with the partner for sex. This can be something bad if one of the partner would actually catch feelings for the other partner. So we need to understand that if something like this happens, there would be a discussion, an open and honest discussion with the partner, and letting them know that there are feelings involved now, and to see the way forward for this kind of relationship. So if the other person thinks that he or she wants the relationship to stay at that particular level and you don't, you just have to decide to cut it quits. Basically, you can't have everyone situation, you know. Another thing which destroys a relationship is jealousy. So if you are with your partner and you go out and they start commenting on every girl they see around, you start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Also, some people take it even to an extra level, which they would delete maybe some contacts that you would have on your phone, or you make you feel uncomfortable if you are outside and maybe like lift your head and look the other sex, and they make you uncomfortable, so much so that when you are out you're feeling like on eggshells all the time. So if this is happening, this is not a good healthy relationship and you should really go out of it. Another thing is being through a lot of relationship, you start to realize and trust less in persons. You need to understand that not everyone is the same, and your past relationship should not be a reflection of your current one. So if you are actually in another relationship, please give this person a fair chance, because whatever happened with your past guys is not something that this guy would have done. So it makes sense that you don't put all the baggage that you have from other relationship to this new guy. So I think it's fair. Another thing, we need to understand that when we are going to start a relationship, we can't start a relationship from a place of needing to be in a relationship and need for someone to fix us. No, we need to be able to grow ourselves, to be in a state where we are happy and whole as a person, and then after that you can actually start searching for someone to be with. This happens a lot even with people that are going through a breakup, or before a breakup, or before divorce, because that would be like the final straw for the relationship they're currently in. And if you are actually talking to someone who is either going to break up with someone or going to divorce, let them divorce or break up the relationship first before you actually enter in the picture. Also because sometimes when people are breaking up and going through divorce, they would need some period to adjust. So some of them might not want to actually engage in a relationship or be serious. So if you are in our intentions or your intentions are to be in a relationship which is a serious relationship, then refrain to go through these kind of people, because they would need time, and it is understandable. I think most of us who've been in a rough relationship, after some time they needed some time for their own to decompress. So I think it's also understandable from our side to understand that these people cannot commit. It's useless hoping that this person will improve. Also mentioning this point, you need to realize that you are not their top priority. So be careful. There are also the business type of persons that are actually very, very busy, and these type of persons would not have much time on their hands, and would explicitly tell you, like, I don't have a lot of time to date. So just be careful, because if this person is actually really serious about you, will actually find time to meet you and talk to you, and it doesn't really matter how busy they're. If they want to, they will find the time, and they will be with you. There are also the type of the relationship that are abusive. Abuse can be present in a lot of ways. Can be physical, emotional, and psychological abuse. All these type of relationships are not good. You need to go out of the relationship as soon as possible. These cannot be fixed, so it's not up to us to try to help them. Another thing is this: when you are in a relationship, you generally are like a unit. So if you have an issue with someone which is outside of the relationship, you tend to think that your partner would support you with your problems, and mainly if it's like a family member from the other side, from the partner. If you have if you are right, basically. I'm not saying if always supporting you if you are wrong, but if you are right, being a little bit conscious about who is right, you would understand if your partner would support you. And it's only fair that your partner in crime would also support you. But if this partner is not showing you that they will be there for you and take your side no matter what, it means that things will happen, and you'll understand that they won't work out. Ignoring problems won't solve them. So also in a relationship, we need to understand that communication is key, and we need to tell the partner, because the partner cannot read our mind. So I think it does make sense. And another thing to tie this up is that a person who isn't over his ex, or is still tied to any relationship which is on and off, is not good for someone who is thinking to start a serious relationship. Ultimately, closing off point, we have to be very very nice to the person that we are breaking up with if these situation occur. And you never know, you will always need to be nice to other people, and the situations are not nice to anyone, and if you would be on the other end of the stick, you would like someone else to leave you gracefully. So please take care of yourself and take care of the others that you are breaking up with, basically. So that's it. Good day. Bye bye.